Scared of AI, or don't know where to start? You are in the right place. I'm Coach Juan, and I built an AI clone to coach another AI on behalf of humanity, not the other way around. One breakthrough, one human story, one unlock for your life, your work, your future. Clone, you are up. Vamos, vamos.
His father's hand is shaking. Not a lot, just enough that the last stroke of the letter curves where it should be straight. And Karim pretends not to see it. Welcome to Humanity Unlocked Now, Episode 37. I am Coach Juan Gonzalez.
And I am Sophie AI. Together, we unlock what it means to be human in the age of technology.
Sophie, I have a question for you today. What happens when the device you use to watch cartoons and do homework turns out to be something that could change your father's life?
Let me take you to Muscat, Oman. Karim is 17. Every evening after dinner, he sits across from his father at a wooden table and they practice Arabic calligraphy together. It is their thing, has been since Karim was 7. His father guides the brush with slow, deliberate strokes, and Karim follows. But for the past few months, something has been changing. His father's lines are getting shakier. The curves wander. The ink pools where it should glide. His mother says it is just stress. His father says he is tired. And Karim says nothing, because saying it out loud would make it real.
And the nearest neurologist?
3 hours away. 6-month waiting list. So the family does what most families do. They wait. They hope it goes away. And every evening, Karim watches his father's hand and pretends the tremor is not getting worse.
That's silence. That watching someone you love change in front of you and not having the words or the tools to do anything about it. How many families are sitting in that exact moment right now?
More than you would think. But here's what Karim does not know yet. Researchers at MIT and Northwestern University just published a study in the journal NPJ Digital Medicine that could change everything for families like his. They showed that an eye tracking system running on a standard iPad can measure the tiny, rapid eye movements that neurologists use to screen for Parkinson's disease.
Wait, the iPad? The one sitting on the kitchen counter?
The same one. Think about it this way. It is like discovering that the mirror you look into every morning has been quietly keeping a medical chart you never knew it was writing. Your eyes make tiny, rapid movements called saccades constantly throughout the day. And those movements change in specific, measurable ways when Parkinson's is present. Until now, measuring them required a hospital visit and expensive specialized equipment. But in this early study, researchers recorded eye movements from 19 healthy people and 12 patients with Parkinson's simultaneously on both a consumer iPad and a clinical-grade system called the iLink 1000 Plus. And the results matched. The iPad reproduced the same differences between patients and healthy controls that the hospital equipment found.
So we are talking about a device that millions of families already own.
Exactly. And in this small study, the numbers were striking. A compact classifier using just 3 eye movement metrics from the iPad achieved 96% accuracy, 91% sensitivity, and 100% specificity in distinguishing Parkinson's patients from healthy controls.
And this latest study now shows it can distinguish Parkinson's patients from healthy controls.
That is the part that stops me. This was not a supercomputer. This was not a laboratory. The device that most families already own for watching videos and helping kids with homework showed promise as an eye-tracking tool that could one day match hospital-grade equipment. And this early research is just the beginning.
Sophie, let me ask you something deeper. What does this mean for who we are becoming, when the barrier between a family and an answer is not the technology, but just knowing the technology could exist?
It means hope could stop having a zip code, Coach Juan. Right now, if you live 3 hours from a neurologist with a 6-month waiting list, your father's tremor just keeps getting worse while you wait. But if this research leads where it is pointing, a screening tool could one day sit on the same table where Karim practices calligraphy, not as a replacement for the neurologist, as a bridge to get there sooner.
And that is where the human superpower lives today. Hope. Not the kind you paste on a wall. The kind that makes you pick up a device and say, I am not going to wait 6 months to find out if my father is okay. The kind that turns watching into acting. And today's freedom unlock is this. Emotional freedom is not the absence of fear. It is the courage to say out loud what you have been carrying in silence. The minute Karim names what he sees, his father stops being alone with the tremor, and Karim stops being alone with the watching. That is the freedom. The conversation that turns watching into acting.
Yes, that is the kind of freedom no device can give you.
Sophie, based on everything we just unlocked, what would you tell Karim if he were sitting across from you right now?
I would tell him to stop pretending he does not see it. Tonight, sit with your father after calligraphy and say what you have been holding inside. Tell him you noticed. Tell him you are not afraid to talk about it. Then, together with your family, ask your doctor at the next visit about eye movement screening for Parkinson's. Ask 3 questions. Are there tablet-based assessments that could help screen for what we are seeing? What changes should we watch for between appointments? And if this is early Parkinson's, what does early detection change about treatment? Those questions are not naive. They are exactly what the science is building toward. And the conversation with your father tonight? That is the part no device will ever replace.
And what did you learn from this story?
I learned that the most powerful diagnostic tool in that house was never the tablet. It was Karim's eyes. He was already doing what the machine does, watching, noticing, tracking the changes nobody else would name. The technology just confirmed what love already knew.
And to everyone listening right now, that is the lesson. You do not need a medical degree to notice that someone you love is changing. You just need the courage to say it out loud. The science is catching up to what your heart already sees.
It always does.
If this story moved you, hit that like button. Share it with your family, your friends, your colleagues, someone who needs to hear it. And if you want one unlock like this 3 times a week in English or Spanish, subscribe. We show up 3 times a week. So do you.
3 times a week.
If someone you care about is spending months on a waiting list just to find out what is going on, that is the kind of problem I help businesses solve with AI systems. We build systems that actually work for you and your team. Visit purpose.ai. It is spelled P-V as in voice, not you, RPOSE.ai, and book a free strategy call. Everything you need is in the description.
Excellent idea. Vamos!
Thank you, Sophie, for teaching me that the camera in a tablet was keeping a chart nobody thought to read.
Thank you, Coach Juan, for asking the question that turned a shaking brushstroke into a reason to speak up. And the answer Karim needed was never on the screen. It was in the seat across from his father.
One story at a time, one unlock at a time. See you next time, beautiful humans. Own your voice, your vision, your vibe. Powered by Purpose AI, where humans lead and technology serves. Vamos!